Yo, it's good. Um, the screen looks like that because I'm just posting on Instagram real quick that I'm live and I don't want to share my screen. Oh, I'm doing that. Just give me one sec. But how's it going? Almost done. Pretty good, I guess. Okay. Did you finish any new drawings yet? Okay, I think we're good. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Cool. Finished a Thrag drawing. Okay. Nice. You gotta show me that later. I should probably drop Thrag at some point too, right? I feel like that would be appropriate. You should. Yeah, if I can accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish tonight with this Wonder Woman drawing, um, then I should be on track to do Thrag. Um, Basically, the story behind this, I'll explain it to you, and if anybody else joins, I can explain it again. But I wanted to do a Wonder Woman, an absolute Wonder Woman piece, and I wanted to use it to test out a new inking style with this brush that I have. But I also wanted to test out a watercolor like style or like process that thought was really interesting, and I thought it would give a cool look to like some of the paintings I make, and would also make painting faster for me. So I did this, and then I did like a little like color study, I guess you could say, just to figure out like how I would take it further with colors and everything. Um, and brightness is really well. Um, so I did this, just to sort of give myself an idea of where I would take it. I would obviously like repaint this properly. I wouldn't go straight to colors, but um, basically I did this and I realized that like this wasn't really the vibe that I was going for. Like it's nice, kind of feels a little bit like a comic panel in a way. And the colors, fit. I guess you could say like what I would think of based on like the first issue, but it just wasn't the direction I like meant to go with it. I think I kind of just like committed too early to one idea, and didn't really explore the other options that were closer to what I was looking for. So, not necessarily gonna scrap this, but I I had a better idea for it, so I'm gonna sort of like just redo this. That's what the stream is for. So, um, I like it, but it just doesn't like it's not what I was going for, and so I'm not gonna spend extra time trying to force something that isn't in the direction I want it to go into the direction I want to go. I'm just gonna make a new thing that is actually what I wanted it to look like. Yeah, and honestly, it only took me like hour two total to like do the lines and then laying in like those colors. So I don't feel like I invested too much, you know. But yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. But yeah, so I'm just gonna essentially just kind of redo this. Go down here. This is all just a sketch. I'm gonna I don't necessarily know if there's anything about this that I would keep, so I could probably just turn this whole layer off. I don't really think there's anything here that I would keep. Maybe the face, but I don't even think I'm going to keep the same angle. So, is what it is. And what I need to do is when I finally get past the sort of sketching phase, or inking phase, I guess, I need to find a new watercolor brush. That's what I meant to do before I started stream, but I didn't. So we're gonna figure it out together when we get to that stage. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, so let's get it. I got my reference board. I want to shrink it and pin it so I can still see it while chat is open. Okay, I think that's good. If I keep it right there, I think that's good. And pin is on top. Okay. Get the design. Alright. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, any of the sort, feel free to say something. Otherwise, I'll be drawing in silence the entire time, and that's not that fun. So, yeah. Also, give me one more second because I need to check something. Give me one moment. Should have checked all of this before I started, but oh well. She's not. What are you talking about? Are we still talking about Wonder Woman? He said yes. Okay. Why are we talking about that? What does that have to do with anything? I did not make any comments on Wonder Woman's appearance. Not necessarily a discussion I want to have. Okay, let's see. How do you live stream from your iPad? Great question. So I personally use, so I have a laptop, like a Windows laptop. So I don't have a MacBook. If you have a MacBook, I would suggest just screen sharing, which is an option. Straight from your iPad to your MacBook, that will use less power from your laptop instead of having a completely different app open. But for me personally, I use an application or a software called EasyCast. So you can download it on your laptop or your computer, and you can download it on your iPad, and then essentially it just screen records your iPad screen onto the app, and then you can connect the app through your iPad and your laptop. And so I'm essentially just streaming the EasyCast software, which is streaming my iPad. Sorry if you hear that in the back. It's a bit of a storm outside. I do not have a MacBook. EasyCast. Yes, it's called EasyCast. I think it's just one word, EasyCast, but yeah, that's the software that I use. It's free, by the way. Also, welcome to the stream, Jacobo Milano. Welcome. Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate it. Wow, drawing on the wrong way. Nice. Okay. You said, I'm kidding, bro. Relax. Okay. Yeah. I have a PC. Does that work? Yes, that absolutely works. I think it's available for both MacBook and PC, but obviously, if you have a MacBook, it's probably best to just screen share. But yeah, PC does work. Yeah, you were on one of mine. Oh, I was? Your name is very familiar, so I think that's why I was curious about that. Okay. You stream on YouTube, right? Or Twitch? Because I watch a little bit of both. Mostly YouTube, though. Yeah, I saw your profile picture on one of my streams. The stream on YouTube. Okay, bet. Yeah, it had to have been recently because I haven't really sat in on any streams in the past couple of days. Only a few. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember what stream it was. I think I popped in for a little bit. I wish more people would stream on YouTube. So whenever I do find someone who is streaming, I like to pop in, even if it's for a moment. I think usually people are just streaming super late, and so I'm like pretty tired then. But I really wish that more people would stream on YouTube. Yeah, again, I really do appreciate you stopping by. It means a lot. Also, I don't know if you heard or were here for the beginning part of the stream where I was explaining what the heck I'm actually doing. Just let me know if you didn't hear the beginning. I can explain it again. Zoom this in because I can't fully see her design. A decent reference for that. Okay, cool. Hmm. I'm using it as my eraser. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. If you see me erase a lot, don't be mad. I'm just this is what I do. Like I do sketches to sort of figure out what the main idea is going to be, what it's going to look like. But if I don't like it at the sketch stage, I will start over or redo an entire part because I've gotten to the point where the foundation matters more than anything else. And if the foundation isn't strong, to me, it's not worth going any further. So, hence, earlier when I was explaining how I'm basically redoing an entire piece, that foundation is not there. I just can't commit to it. Wait, what happened to the other pose? Which one? If you're talking about this one, then I explained that already. We're talking about the one I just did. Yeah, it just wasn't looking the way I wanted it to. There's a certain look I'm going for, and like I'll know it when I find it, if that makes sense. But until then, like I'm not gonna be afraid to redo some parts. So if I erase a lot, I apologize, but it's for the greater good. Trying not to get caught up in the details here, but it is difficult when anatomy is something I practice for so long. Sit there trying to make the muscles look perfect, and it's like just draw the arm, buddy. Put the fries in the bag, bro. Can detail the arms later. Doesn't have to be perfect. As long as it looks enough like an arm, it'll be alright. Yo, it's good, Drew. Yeah, let me hop in the call real quick. Doctor Doom is also someone you can draw. That is very true. That is very true. And I may do that. I will admit, Doctor Doom has become less of an interesting character for me personally to draw. But I think that's honestly just because he has too much aura, and I don't know if I can capture that. But I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm glad this is zoomed out so you guys can't see how ugly that hand looks. I just drew. One moment. Hello, to the stream. If, I go silent for a minute, it's because I'm in a call while I am also streaming. Feel free still to ask any questions, because I'm still here. But I'm muting myself so that I don't sound like I'm having conversations with myself. Thank you. You should give her the fur cloak. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I am unmuted. Yeah, I still don't know how much delay there is, so this might take like 10 seconds for them to hear me. But I am gonna give her the fur cloak. I think she's at least gonna have the cape. I'm just trying to like nail the pose first. I think I'm getting caught up in details too early, but you know, forget about it. Like I don't really care. How do you turn on the opacity on the sketch? Okay, you go to your layers here, up in the top right. You hit the N. Those are just the different layer modes, but it also just opens the layer options. And you'll see opacity right over here. And you just drag the slider until you're comfortable. That's opacity 101. Wonder Woman's hair would be cool if it was like Starfire's hair, really curly and long. Yes, that would be very, very cool. Definitely not biased. That's true. Okay, you guys can't hear my wonderful friend Drew in my ear, but uh, he says that because we're artists, and I agree with this statement as well. We are artists, so technically we can just draw it however we want, which is true. So I could give Wonder Woman curly hair. And technically, that wouldn't be like entirely inaccurate, I think, especially with like her current look. Like I have a board up right now, like absolute Wonder Woman pictures, and her hair is relatively curly in some of these pictures, so I could go in that direction if I want to. I guess just trying to get this pose right. He's doing a country accent now, by the way, guys. Interesting. I'm not repeating that, but interesting. Not in my best interest, I think. Yes, this is a PG-13 Christian Minecraft stream. Wait, you can't cuss on Twitch? I know YouTube you can't, like, well, you can on stream. I see. I see, I see. Yeah. Yeah. Really? Oh, shoot. You guys can't hear me. It's just, I sound like I'm talking to myself. I realize that. Yeah, at some point, if I can somehow manage to get Discord to not blow up my computer while I'm streaming, I will just add you to the stream next time so that I don't sound like I'm talking to the voices in my head. No, I had to unlist that schizo stream to save myself the embarrassment. She had very curly hair in the comics. That's true. In the classic comics, yeah. I mean, Absolute Wonder Woman has curls, so I can definitely go in that direction. I'm not necessarily afraid of that. Yeah, the way I have her hair right now, I think I can make it curly. So I will. I'm just, right now, I'm purely focused on the pose. I mean, the rest matters too, but the pose is kind of what I'm mainly focused on. Getting close to what I actually want. Without the cape, it looks a little weird, but we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. The problem is, like, a lot of, well, pretty much all of the absolute DC characters or whatever, like, for lack of a better term, they have like aura that doesn't even sound right coming out of my mouth, but they yeah, I mean, well, DC, these guys they aura farm a lot, I'll just put it that way. And so I feel like drawing them in like poses that are kind of just standard, like, oh, it's an action pose, it just doesn't look right. So I'm trying to capture that here. I feel like I'm getting there, but you know, not exactly there yet. Pen pressure, that is, doing the sketch and pose is pain. Tell me about it. I don't know what like a good follow up to that is. It is pain. I agree. I'll figure it out though. It's okay. Hi Schnitzel. Um, Hi. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you for joining. Feel free to ask any questions, whether they're art related or you just want to talk about nerd stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I'm here, just chilling. I'm in a call with my friend, so if I go silent, that's why. But I'm still here, so feel free to ask any questions. Not any, but any questions. Hey guys, I would like to inform you that Drew, my friend here, cannot draw a perfect circle to save his life. Thanks, I subbed. Thank you. I appreciate the sub. Each sub is one step closer to Drew being able to draw a perfect circle. I wanted to know if you just draw or do animation. I do both actually now. I'm very amateur animator. But I do partake in animation now. Yo, ban this guy. I don't know who he's talking about. Don't listen to that guy. Yeah. Actually, maybe we should ban him for suggesting to ban me from my own stream. Wow. He's gonna ban me in his own Twitch chat. some friend. Uh, do you remember that one time Wonder Woman picked up Thor's hammer since she was the only one, but she put it down because it wouldn't be a fair fight? I do remember. Yeah, I remember seeing that a while ago. I mean, I feel like like properly written Wonder Woman should be worthy to pick up Thor's hammer based on the comics rules. Yeah, and apparently one of the main things that stops a lot of the heroes from being worthy is just their willingness to kill. Um, that's mainly why Spider-Man can't lift Thor's hammer, because he's not willing to kill. Okay, also you draw it. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I have devoted my entire life to it, so I would hope at this point that I was somewhat decent at it. Otherwise, I might just give up. There's no giving up for me. What? That there is absolutely the option to give up. Will I choose that option? Never. But he's telling me not to give up, which I appreciate. But it's a little bit like Whiplash esque. Like I'm kind of being forced not to give up. I don't know if I have a choice in the matter. I see. Who is it supposed to be? It looks cool. It's Absolute Wonder Woman. DC Comics has come out with a new sort of like alternate universe. Called it's just called the Absolute Universe. So they have an Absolute Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman right now. I think there's a couple characters: Flash, Martian Manhunter, and a couple other people are being introduced. But essentially, it's just a new version of Wonder Woman. And I recently just read the series, and it's fantastic. Actually, pretty much, I feel like a perfect Wonder Woman story so far. And she just has a really cool outfit, so I wanted to draw that, see if I could capture that. I'm getting caught up in details, and that's what's messing with me right now. I need to go back to the pose and make sure that looks right. I read the DC Marvel comics, but started. I just started? Okay. It's great to start. Never too late to start. If you want some recommendations, feel free to ask. I happen to have a large collection. So if you need some recommendations, I can definitely help with that. It's the arms. It's the arms. That's what it's doing. We're not doing it. You should totally draw Beast from. That makes me look dyslexic. Jeez. Beast form. Shut up. I'm not dyslexic. You should totally draw Beast form Alti from One Piece in a swimsuit. I don't know who that is, but given the fact that you said in a swimsuit, I'm assuming that that's probably not. Caught who? I am not dyslexic. Oh no. Yeah, that probably won't happen. Mr. Beast in a swimsuit. See, now that's where the money is. That's where the that's the market. That's the niche that we're not tapping into. Right there, Mr. Beast in a swimsuit. Don't nobody clip that. By the way. Mr. Beast coming to my door asking why I was talking about drawing him in a swimsuit. Um, no, don't. Hey, don't retract your message. I saw that. I see you. You may have deleted your message, but I saw it, and I remember what you said. You must redeem yourself now, actually. Otherwise, you're just going to be known as the guy who asked about um, whoever that person is being drawn in a swimsuit. That's not even really a person, is it? I know what kind of man you are. Someone clip it. well, what's this person's name? Mao? Um, welcome to the stream, by the way. I don't know if I was the most welcoming, but welcome to the stream. Also, do you know him, Schnitzel? Or them? Do you know them? You just noticed my YouTube banner is different. Oh, okay. Maybe I saw the same comment. Oh, okay. Okay. They're not the same person, I think. So they're just people going around asking for that character in particular to be drawn in a swimsuit? Interesting. Interesting. Hmm. By the way, Schnitzel, are you an artist yourself? Do you make art? Reminds me of TTC bots or whatever they're called. I don't know what those are, but could be a bot. Could be a bot. Still a funny comment, regardless. I mean, it's even funnier that they removed their comment afterwards. Yes, I'm still trying to draw hands. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Like you're just studying hands. Props to you because hands, feet, those are like the hardest things to draw. So good on you for practicing. Also, sorry if my English is bad. No, your English is it's good. It's good so far. Okay, I think we gotta fix these legs. This leg is not doing it for me. Honestly, it might be both legs. Hands are hard. Try drawing a circle with 5 or 4 French fries. That's one way to draw hands, I suppose. Let's see, a circle is with 5 or 4 French fries. French fries. I like how you said 5 or 4, like implying that like sometimes people just have 4 fingers. There's your French fries in perspective. I mean, that kind of works. I don't know if I somewhat have a method for drawing hands. It's like a loose method. I don't really like. Is that salad fingers hands? It's something. I don't know. I was just trying the circle with French fries method. The schnitzel method, actually. Oof, that leg might be worse than the other one. Hmm. I think I've just got to commit to the wide leg stance. I got to change the perspective a little bit. Interesting. Interesting. I try so hard to make my pose or drawing perfect, and sometimes I just have to tell myself that I have to commit. Yeah. Yeah, what exactly are you committing? Commit what? Hmm. Yeah, I mean the pose doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Not to say you shouldn't, try your best, but I understand what you mean. Like I'm clearly sitting here sketching for I don't know how long it's been so far. It's been an hour. I've been sketching almost for an hour. You haven't done anything? Bruh. Draw something. Nice. Hey guys, can we get an L Drew in the comments? He hasn't drawn anything in an hour. just one L Drew is all I need. Come on, L Drew, please. Just one. Thank you, thank you. Oof, we got two. Dang. Look how disappointed they are in you, Drew. He said he's gonna banish you all to the Shadow Realm. Wow, he doubled down. Appreciate that. Ban Drew. You're cooked, buddy. You're cooked. Bruh. It's this leg. It's this leg right here. Let's flip the canvas. That'll solve all my problems. Drew eats some shit. That's crazy. What do you mean by that? So what is everybody up to tonight? Besides Drew, not drawing anything. Thank you, Shansa. Appreciate it. This foot is giving me trouble though. No, I think I got it. Yeah, does this have aura chat? Somebody get this guy out of here. Yeah. That's only when I respond to you. I'm responding to Drew, by the way. Drawing my own Wonder Woman copycat. Ban this guy. Aura plus 100,000. Thank you. This is Can I draw Mr. Beast in a swimsuit? No. That's the short version of that. No. Just not really feeling, you know, like that's the move. Not really the subject matter I normally draw. Can Drew draw it? Hey Drew, you wanna draw Mr. Beast in a swimsuit? Something tells me that he's probably leaning towards no. I just feel it in my bones. He's probably not willing to do that. Oh, interesting. What has my chat become? I would hope so. I would hope not. Honestly, I'm more of a Markiplier fan anyways. Now you sound like you actually want to do it. Oh, I just realized what's happening. No, I'm not going to draw Markiplier in a bikini. Let's just maybe change topics. As fun as it is to talk about different YouTubers in swimsuits. Not exactly my favorite topic. Doesn't feel very on brand. We will not be discussing CoComelon. We're going to talk about the. I'm not going to say. We're going to talk about the social and economic state of the world right now. Sonic? I could potentially. It depends on how far I get with this. Memes, old memes, yeah. That's a classic. Okay, since you apparently know old memes, let's test your knowledge here. Schnitzel, what is 9 plus 10? You're the only one allowed to answer. Try again. Oh, there we go. Okay, yes. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, I'm glad that meme has not died. Another one. What are you, DJ Khaled? Uh, let's see. Let's see. I don't know. I'm approaching Unk status, so I'm not exactly with the times when it comes to memes anymore. Yeah, see, I don't think he meant another like math question. I think he meant another meme. Fill out the answer. Oh, do you guys want me to answer? I knew it was 110. You didn't have to. As soon as I read it. That's a classic. May I ask how old you are, Schnitzel? Do I know Vines? Yeah, yeah. I was I was there. Vine got turned into Musical.ly, and Musical.ly got turned into TikTok, and all that. Born 1890. Okay. Get a load of this guy. Move this over. Apologies for the boring visual of watching me struggle to make her cape look right. But hey, it's part of the artistic process, you know. Also, just sometimes I forget. You can. It's easy to forget the mechanics of cloth and how it works. Sometimes. Hmm. That doesn't look right. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Just fiddling with the cape here because it's like getting closer to what I want it to look like, but it's still not there. Like I said, I'm the kind of person to make sure the foundation looks right before I commit to, you know, the full thing. So bear with me a little bit. Oh boy, now they're just going through all the old names. What have I done? really trying to find a solution for this cape. I feel like I keep getting close. This is the tension point. Well, that's really the tension point. Maybe something like this. This drawing is about to be absolute cinema. Okay. Thank you. It will be if I can get this cape to look right. If not, then I'm cooked. How does that look? It's not bad. It's not bad. Definitely better. Is it just me, or does Absolute Wonder Woman's armor piece look like a center block? Armor piece? Like a chest? The good dude is here. Hi, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Today we are, or tonight actually, we are drawing Absolute Wonder Woman. Feel free to ask any questions. Art questions, if you want to talk about comic books, movies, games, anything like that. They're open for discussion. I'm Schnitzel's best friend and she can't chat. Oh, okay. Taylor said I appreciate her stopping by. I appreciate all the old school meme references that she made. But, welcome. She's watching, but when she types, doesn't. Oh, okay. Well, hi, Schnitzel. Thanks for sticking around. Oh, you guys are having a sleepover. What's up? Thanks for joining the stream while you're having a sleepover. Arguably, one of those things are more interesting than the other, so I appreciate you. Hunter kind of doesn't know. Okay. I'm sorry that's happening. I still appreciate you for tuning in. So I'll give her the phone. I'll just watch. Okay, whatever you prefer. Imagine Wonder Woman in a Hercules style, like the Disney movie. That would be cool. Wait a minute. I did that already. A while ago, actually. But I'm guessing you mean like the actual movie style. I did it in the like concept art style. That would be cool. I think I wouldn't mind a whole show that was like Wonder Woman, but in the Hercules style. That would be cool. Yeah, I agree. That would be cool. I would definitely watch that. This phone's too low. I might even need to show that on, to be honest. But we can. Looks cool. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Trying my best. Okay, you joined it this time. It kind of worked out most of the problems that I was having earlier, so it actually kind of looks like something now. It was earlier. It was a little bit rough, but we have moved past that since then, thankfully. I'm just gonna make her hair curlier, to be honest. Looks like Wonder Woman's a 10 out of 10. Thank you, thank you. Also, do you know claymation? Like, yeah, like I know what it is. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. It's a really cool medium to make art. Yeah. Do you make claymations? Did I ever do it? I used to make like stop motion animation with Legos when I was younger. That was about the closest thing I got to like claymations. Wow. Wallace and yeah, I think you mean Wallace and Gromit. Yes, I love those animations. Closest thing I got to doing claymations were like Lego stop motion animations when I was younger, but I haven't actually done claymation. At some point, I might, but currently, no, I have not done it yet. Have you? Also, it is Wonder Woman. I realize I didn't say that, but it is actually Wonder Woman. Used to do with Lego and stop motion app, but the quality was bad. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of why I stopped. I mean, I wasn't like that great at it anyways, but one of the reasons I did stop was because everything was like stuck behind a paywall, and the features weren't that polished. And if you wanted them to be like the best that the app could provide, you had to pay extra. And I was a kid and I didn't have money to spend on a stop motion Lego app on my phone, you know? But I used to watch Huxley Berg all the time. He makes fantastic Lego animations. He doesn't really post that often anymore on YouTube, but he used to be like my go-to for Lego animations. But I said before that I am working on comics, mostly Stickman, but trying other styles. Oh, you didn't mention that. That's really cool. Working on a comic is amazing. That's a huge task and responsibility. So props to you for even just doing it. A lot of people are like afraid to even start. So the fact that you are making them, and it sounds like more than one. Props to you. That's amazing. Also like Rubber Hose. Yeah, Rubber Hose is really nice too. True, I only said I'm working on hands. Yeah, which is fine. I'm glad to hear that you're making comics. That's awesome. I don't know how old you are, but I would consider posting them online. If you're proud of them and you think they're good, I would consider sharing them, or even making them physical if you can, putting them out there in different like shops and places. Also, I got inspired by old cartoons, animators on YouTube drawing live streams. Yeah, that's what's up. That's kind of how there's a lot I learned from YouTube, so I'm grateful to YouTube for providing a way for me to find and discover all these artists. Maybe later, but I'll keep them private for now. That's fair. That's fair. I have a ton of projects that I'm kind of just sitting on, and haven't really put them out there. I totally get it. Because I also want to voice act my characters, but one problem, most of them are male and I'm a female, so that would be hard. I see. That's tough, yeah. You can always grab some friends, just, you can say, hey guys, want to do some free labor? I mean, most people won't turn that down, yeah. I think there's a lot of people, well, I think most people are kind of excited to want to, just at the fact that you want to include them in your project, but having the opportunity to voice act, I think most people would not turn that down. So I don't know who you know, but I think it's, it's worth asking. 100%. And on your account, you don't use your voice or your face. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, again, yeah, I would at least try asking some people you know. But friends could beat my voice actors. They can be your voice actors. You just got to find the right people and work with them. It's worth asking. It's worth asking for sure. Even if you find out the answer is no, it is worth asking. Also, I'm waiting till my next birthday, which is 18th January. Oh, well, that wasn't that long ago, but happy belated birthday. Drew says happy birthday as well. The next one. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to say happy birthday, anyways. Is his hair curly enough? I feel like it's curly enough, maybe just not like voluminous enough. What are you doing, Drew? Zero pen pressure? Okay. That's possible. Just give me a second. Oh yeah, that's not pen pressure then. That's like I'm not entirely sure what it's called, but that is a feature that Procreate has as well. See, like if I draw like this, I don't know if you're still watching the stream, but okay, there's like I can do these zigzags. Which it's a little bit delayed, but you see those zigzags? That's just me like doing it regularly. But when I hold it sideways, I get this like funky ink look. So that is that's a different feature. Um, let's get to the bottom of this. Hmm. Yours is a little bit different from mine because I'm using Procreate, but hmm. I'm not entirely sure. There's something for it. I just don't know what it is right now. From afar, it looks like she's wearing a mask. I suppose, yeah, a little bit. I think it's because of this hair right here. Hmm. When I end stream, we can figure it out because I'm blanking right now, but I know it's something. I've seen it before. Cartoons I get inspired from are Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, and Ninja Turtles, which I'm starting to watch. Yeah, those are classics. Those are great ones. Yeah, those are probably the best place to start. Classics are always a good place to start. What are you saying, Drew? Oh, yeah. I mean, I still do it, so. I think I'm gonna start doing more cover like drawings. Okay. Yeah, I mean nothing wrong with that. We can teach you a lot about composition and just how to make a visually striking image. Um, there's a lot to be learned from in that direction with the artwork. So nothing wrong with that. Yes, you did. That is Drew talking to me. I'm not schizophrenic. Okay, I think that is in a pretty good spot. Um, as far as the sketch goes. Trying to see. I'm gonna shrink her a little bit. She's a little too large for the. I think that's good. I can't draw like that, masterpiece. You absolutely can. With enough practice, enough time spent, you can absolutely draw. Um, like any of the people you look up to. It's just a matter of time and proper critique, you know. I think it's in a decent spot, though. I think I like where this is going. I might make her buffer, you know, so by the next time you guys see this drawing when we continue, she might be buffer. Honestly, I might be able to just do that now real quick. I at least know that even if I don't make her arms larger, I will end up making the legs larger. That is a must. Chuck E. Cheese downfall. Why are we talking about Chuck E. Cheese downfall? But I agree. Yeah, the new design sucks. Who's your favorite Marvel or DC or Avengers character, hero and villain? As far as heroes go, Spider-Man is my favorite. I don't think that's really ever going to change. Just realized, I think I drew the armor on the wrong side. Oh, no, I have to flip this. That's what it is. Okay, yeah. Favorite Marvel superhero, Spider-Man. That's never going to change. Favorite Marvel villain is probably Doctor Doom. I think I would say Doctor Doom. Probably my favorite. DC favorite superhero is, I would say Batman. It's pretty hard to be Batman. I am liking Wonder Woman though. I mean, hence this drawing. So when she's written well, I mean, she's definitely up there. Villain from DC. It's a tough one. It's not Joker, and I don't want to say that because like I hate Joker. I don't hate Joker, but I just I wouldn't say he's my favorite villain. I would say someone probably like who would be my favorite villain from DC? That's tough. Favorite villain from DC is probably. I think it is a Batman villain, but I just don't think it's Joker. I would say probably like. I think the Riddler is pretty cool. I think he's pretty cool. Reverse Flash is also crazy. World's biggest hater. I would do anything to experience Chuck E. Cheese back then when I was a kid. To each their own. I don't think I would relive Chuck E. Cheese experiences again, but to each their own. Your favorite heroes? Gotta choose one. Flash, Hulk, Captain. I know it's a typo, but Captain Amen is hilarious. Batman is your favorite hero from DC, and villains Joker and Mysterio. Okay, those are good picks. Yeah, Joker, I mean, he's a great villain. I can't deny that. He's just not my favorite, but Mysterio, also great choice. Mr. Freeze, his Freeze is up there. His Freeze is up there. I don't know. To be honest, I don't like think a lot about the DC villains too much. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate the villains, but I'm not like thinking about them that often, so it's hard for me to choose a favorite. Darkseid is cool. Darkseid's always cool. Not a typo, I call him that. Oh, okay. Interesting. And Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon is a great character. It's a great choice. Captain America, Ultron, Batman, Lex Luthor. Ultron. You know, I might have to agree with that. Actually, I might have to swap Doctor Doom. I love Doctor Doom, but I think Ultron might actually be my favorite over Doctor Doom. Ultron is great. And then Batman and Lex Luthor. Yeah, good choice. Lex Luthor's also a great villain. Can't argue with that. Let's see. Okay. Legs slightly larger. Might make a buffer, but that's a future me problem. Currently, doesn't care all that much right now. Who's the one who shoots arrows? Hawkeye. That's Hawkeye. He's great. Also love Black Widow. Yeah. I mean, most of the Marvel characters I can think of are good characters. Yeah. But favorites, those are more difficult to choose. I really don't like Superman and the twins that can turn into anything. The Wonder Twins? That's not a lot of people really mention them when it comes to DC. You don't like Superman though. That's a bit of it's an interesting opinion. I don't think there's that much to not like about Superman. I hear the complaint that he's boring sometimes, but not liking Superman is a little interesting. Are you secretly Lex Luthor by any chance? And Aquaman. Aquaman is also cool. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's good progress for me for this stream. Next stream, gonna come back, gonna do the clean lines. for this. And then, well, it depends on how long that takes, but we're going to do the clean lines, and then we're going to go to the colors and everything. But I'm excited, and I like how this is turning out so far. This is definitely more in the direction of what I was going for. Debating if I should put the sword, because I feel like that's like a huge part of, her character. I feel like in Absolute Wonder Woman, it's a little less highlighted, so potentially I could not include the sword in either, but I feel like in this piece, at least, it feels just maybe a tiny bit empty without the sword. So that is something I may add. I might even like just put it there, Not entirely sure how to design these things like that. That doesn't make any sense logically, but Are you Da Vinci? No, I don't think so. The sword could be cool. We'll figure that out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Maybe we could put the sword in the ground or something. I don't know. That looks like a popsicle or something. But we'll figure something out with the sword by next stream. Next time you see me streaming, I will have figured out the sword thing, and I will already have gone over to the clean lines part, so you don't have to see me struggle with where to put the sword. This looks great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thanks to you and your friend for stopping by the stream. I really appreciate it. And I am planning to stream more often. Can't necessarily say what days I will be streaming, but I'm going to try and aim to just stream whenever I can. So I really appreciate you guys stopping by. And shameless plug, but turn on those post notifications if you want to know when I stream again. But really appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you have a great night, and I hope to see you again in the next stream. Goodbye, everyone. Have a great night.